Hello and welcome everyone to the Week 1 roundup of the National League Championship 2025 season. I'm Blair Warner, and joining me as per usual is Danny Milner. Today we'll be going over the Week 1 fixtures and results, and then do a preview of the upcoming Round 2. So yeah, we'll get into it. Opening up, Miramar Rangers Auckland FC reserves. A very much depleted Auckland FC reserves at that. Miramar Rangers, just a better team really. Nothing much else to say. It proved why they were, right on Wellington Olympics' tail all season in Central League. No under 20 internationals, no under 17 internationals. Players away with the first team in Australia as well. So can't really expect much more from the Auckland FC lads.
It's a straightforward result, really. 3-0. I mean, it probably flattered Auckland FC a little bit. You can see Miramar Rangers really hot after their winter season. Martin Bruno, obviously, with a goal, John Lamb, and obviously one from a set piece as well, which will really please Cole Herbert and his team.
Yeah. What was it? 4 wingers, centre mid at centre back, and a centre back at right back for Auckland. So I think it's something of a write-off for them. Like, they're not able to qualify for the grand final anyway, so it's, it is what it is. Sam Lack did look promising, though, in his first outing. Got a couple of good shots away, and I'm hoping to see more of that in the coming season.
I mean, obviously, like, me and you were at a charity game this weekend, and we saw the lineup, and we just looked at each other and been like, we have no idea what formation they're going to play.
Yeah.
We were just dumbfounded.
Yeah, I was theorising a 3-4-3, like Mitchell as a central centre back, just stepping forward, and it was just Mitchell centre back, Ranui right back, she'll be right. Yeah, Van Fitzharris also made his debut off the bench. Aston Burns looked decent, but again, it was a very depleted squad. Didn't really expect too much of them in that game. And then Auckland United, Christchurch United. Probably one of the closer games in terms of coming into it. But Noah Karunaratne, fresh off the boat from Eastern Suburbs, really just came in, smashed 2 goals in, and laid his CV down for that OFC Pro League contract.
Oh, 100%. And you've also got Josh Tolliver for the first goal, that great assist. Auckland United did struggle in and around the box, and I'm quite worried about what the rest of the campaign is going to look for them, because they didn't look good at all, especially in and around their own box. Yeah,
they looked shaky, and I just think they lack players in that sort of like 24 to 28 range that are able to like really dictate a game. Like Emilio, we touched on this last episode about Emiliano Tade. He's not getting any younger. There's only so much he can do. Matias Nunez is doing his level 1s or level 2s at NCAA, So you can't expect him to come in and carry the team off after the OFC Under-16 championship. And I don't think there's really much else to be said on that, other than, maybe Christchurch could be dark horses for that final.
Could they be favourites? No.
Probably a bit of a stretch.
No.
But speaking of favourites, Wellington Olympic 5-3 over the Knicks reserves. Again, the Knicks were suffering from the same thing that Auckland FC were. No under 17 internationals, no under 20s, players away with the first team. And 4-0 down after an hour. Though, to their credit, they did fight back and get 3 goals.
Did they even score? I think it was 3 own goals. It might have been 2 own goals.
They scored 2 goals and 1 own goal.
So, I looked at the Wellington Olympic first goal, and it was literally a youngster versus an oldie. So he got bullied off the ball, and then it was basically have a shot at my goalkeeper. Go on, you won't. But obviously, like Sam Mason-Smith, his goal in the half volley was extraordinary.
Yeah, Issa Prinz with the brace as well. And he's continuing that form that we saw in the Chatham Cup final. Of course, missed out on the Under-20 World Cup squad, and has just taken that in stride by the looks of things.
And obviously, Hamish Watson picking up the first red card for 2 bookable offences, so he won't be available this weekend, which will be interesting.
Yeah. Then, speaking of next week with Wellington Olympic, Western Springs, a comfortable 3-0 win over Western Suburbs, despite Western Suburbs sort of new attackers in Nguyen and Button Ginger returning. They just were never really a threat to Western Springs in this game. An early penalty for Captain Reed Drake. Then a quick couple of goals not long after the second half started. Yeah, it was just a dominant, overwhelming performance.
It's classic Western Springs at Springs. I bet you it was a hot day. I bet you they were blowing their guts after 60 minutes. But look, it's a good professional performance by the National League Northern League champions. So I bet you Scott Hales and Brock Radich will be really happy after that one. Definitely.
Absolutely. And then come from behind win down in Christchurch with Birkenhead pulling 1-goal deficit, coming back from a 1-0 deficit at half time to score 2 goals from set pieces through Captain Dino Boddicker and one of their on-fire attackers, Sam Phillip.
Yeah. I mean, Sam Phillips down in Christchurch causing havoc yet again. Obviously, joining from Christchurch United to Birkenhead. So, I mean, I think Birkenhead will be disappointed how they conceded from a set piece. They could have been actually 2-0 down if it wasn't for a off-the-line clearance. So,
yeah.
But, hey, this weekend could be a big game for them.
Yeah, it's a must-win.
Yeah, a must-win.
Yeah, Auckland City, of course, had the bye. And, that doesn't really do much for them. They've pretty much got that for the Continental Cup where they're in attendance of. And, move on to the table real quick. Nothing really worth mentioning. Miramar, Springs, Wellington Olympic, Christchurch, Birkenhead all with wins. Then City in the middle, bye, no points, no loss of goal differential, no gain. Spirit 7, and then I think this is likely going to be the bottom 4 for a good portion of the season. Nix Reserves, Auckland United, Auckland FC Reserves, Western Suburbs. I don't really see that changing too much as the season goes on.
I mean, like, we can already kind of see a gap probably between the top 5 or 6 that I think will challenge, but as you keep on saying, that bottom 4 is probably going to stay relatively the same. You might have them change positions, but I don't see any of those bottom 4 teams skipping any places. And I mean, this is match week 1, so you never know. Whoever scores the most goals on match week 1 is typically at the top of the table because of goal difference.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the upcoming fixtures for this week, and there's plenty to choose from.
I mean, like, the first game is literally Wellington Olympic versus Western Springs. Scott Hales is going back down to Wellington, back down to Wakefield Park to hopefully get 3 points. And it could be anybody guess this game.
Yeah. No Hamish Watson, as we mentioned earlier. And I think this is a massive 6-pointer between probably what you would consider to be 2 of the top 4 teams in the National League. Could go either way, and it will very much dictate where these teams go forwards with their season.
What I'm going to say is it's literally going to be won or lost within the box.
Yeah.
I think this is not this won't be the easiest game. This will be won within the box, and it will only come down to a goal or 2.
Yeah. Following that, Christchurch United versus Miramar Rangers.
Christchurch International Sports Centre again plays host to National League. Obviously, this is 2 p.m. This is all leading up to the big game for the weekend, especially between me and Blair. 2 teams coming off wins, 2 teams coming off clean sheets. This is, again, anyone's game, but I do think Christchurch United will win this.
Yeah, I think Noah Karunaratne has shown how big of an addition he's been to that team, and I think he could be another again be that edge that Christchurch United have been looking for.
I mean, we've seen Noah Kay this whole year for Eastern Suburbs doing it for them in the winter, and then he's travelled down south and he's doing it again for Christchurch. So he is putting his hand up to the new coach Rob, who's coaching the AFC Pro League team, and being like, "Give me a contract. I need it. I want it."
Yeah, and then of course following that, kicking off while their second half starts is the reserve derby. Auckland FC reserves versus Wellington FC reserves.
I have no idea where this is going. It's funny. I was thinking about this all week. It's literally 4 games this whole week. We don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Both teams poor starts. Miramar and Wellington Olympic. Both teams did actually score an own goal, so you never know. It could come to a battle of the own goals. Obviously, Auckland FC are making this a family day and hoping to get a number of people down there. So it'll be interesting to see how big the crowd is. Obviously, this is at Fred Taylor Park in Whenuapai, 3 p.m. kickoff. All games are all live on FIFA Plus, but obviously come down and support the teams wherever you can. But I can't call it now.
Yeah, that one, I think that is one that will come down to individual ability. Someone like a Sam Lack or a Lachlan Candy, I think, will be the difference maker. And from what I've talked to with fellow Auckland FC fans, it sounds like a lot of them are coming up for this game and will be in attendance. So we could potentially see thousands at this game.
I mean, I'm heading my way up north to watch it, so I better be careful. I could get punched, and I probably will if the Phoenix win, which I think that they will.
Sure, mate. Yeah, and then coming into the next day, into the Sunday, time change on this match from 1:30 to 2 p.m. Western Suburbs versus Coastal Spirit.
2 teams really, we don't know where they're going to end up, basically. The 2 teams coming off defeats in the first round. Suburbs didn't score, but they had a couple good chances. Don't forget that one chance almost did it go in? I don't think it did, but controversy maybe in that game. Not really. But yeah, Suburbs, they did actually put a few good passes together about Springs, but ultimately, I don't see them heading up towards the top half of this table.
Yeah, and then of course, if it does get tight, there's a player that we know very well from the Northern League that is well known for his late goals and assists. Nick Petherick made his debut off the bench for Coastal. Looked decent, had a good free kick late on, but wasn't quite able to bury it. But who knows, we'll see what happens. You'd imagine Derek Tiku starts this game as well. So there's a lot of unknowns surrounding this match. Like, can they get Barton Ginger and Nagoyan to click for Suburbs and whatnot? This is another one that I think if Suburbs can click, there are points available.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would be eyeing this one up to get them off the mark. But yeah, anyone's game.
Yeah. And then following that at 4 p.m, Birkenhead versus Auckland City, the grand final replay.
Yeah, this one is one to watch on Sunday. I bet you that. Obviously, Auckland City won this 2-1, won the grand final 2-1. So it'll be interesting. This is at Shepherd's Park at 4 p.m. Birkenhead, good in round 1. They'll obviously be a little bit disappointed of how they conceded, but trust me.
No Donkers, no Susky in attack as well. Just Sam Phillip, basically.
Sam Phillip, yeah. Auckland coming off the Intercontinental Cup, coming from Egypt, so they've had a good week off. It'll be interesting to see where they are and what kind of match fitness that they're in, but I bet you they're ready to go, especially against old rivals like Birkenhead United.
Yeah, and of course Auckland United, that leaves Auckland United with a bye. And they'll have a good opportunity here to sort of get back, reassess things. They've gone from a 6-1 win to the 6-1 loss to the Auckland FC reserves to a 2-0 loss to Christchurch United. Now's the time for them to go back to the drawing board and figure something out coming into the week after next.
Well, they're also missing their head coach Jose Figueroa with the under 20, so he'll be wanting to try and improve them while he's overseas. But yeah, Auckland United need to find this week and use it properly to get them kick started again.
Yeah, definitely. So much on this week. Gonna be tough to pick what to watch, frankly. And then on top of that, you also have the Under 20 World Cup, New Zealand versus Japan, 12 p.m. on Saturday as well. So it could be a good little warm up into the reserves derby.
There's tons of games, like so many games on. It's hard to keep watch of just one game.
Yeah, so much good football.
They were. The under 20s were quite good. The week just gone, maybe a weak midfield, maybe need to work properly on that, but it'll be hard to tell where things go from there. But hopefully they make it through the group.
Yeah. I think that pretty much wraps us up for the evening, and thank you everyone who tuned in. We'll be back again next week to cover the reserves derby, the grand final replay, Springs versus Olympic and whatnot. Yeah.